Good morning, my name is Jeff Loveless, Deputy Operations on the river incident. Currently right now, the river fire is sitting at 2,500 acres and 0% contained. This did start yesterday just after 1400 or 2 o'clock. We've had crews on there throughout making progress, good progress to protect the structures and the land out there. Currently right now, starting from the bottom is where this started in Division Echo. We had a open area here that went indirect. We ended up tying that back in with some black line to assist and clean up that edge. Crews are currently working that and making their way up north. There still is a gap right in here where it's indirect. There's crews that have not made it there yet, and they're in the process of putting in line and hose for water supply to cool that fire. As you make your way up, you go into Division Hotel. We've had crews and dozers working for quite some time in real wide line to mitigate that fire and stop that spread, and that's sitting pretty good. And we still have several engines covering that area so it doesn't jump into the communities to the west. Continuing up north into Branch 2, Division Juliet, several structures are in there. And we have several engines that are driving around, make sure there's no hot spots or any fire that were impacting the homes that we can mitigate before they get worse. So that's one of the priorities there, but we do have direct line all the way through this. Making your way, continuing through the Horseshoe into Division Oscar, same thing, several structures that are in the area that we are sending engines on and personnel to make sure we mitigate anything in that area. Up on top of the Bear River drainage here, there is a piece that with the wind to line and some of that coming up slope sometime in the afternoon about 1 o'clock, we should get hit with a little bit harder winds. So we have a lot of resources in there trying to mitigate that, including aircraft, and that's fixed wing and rotor wing. Going down into Branch 3 now, this is going to be more on the Placer side with Colfax on this eastern end. Starting with Romeo, we do have some indirect pieces through there with dozer line, but does need to get cleaned up, and we have multiple hand crews to mitigate that and take that direct. Continuing to go down, several dozers have pushed a line in through there, and it's all looking pretty good. Several resources still mitigating those and putting out any of the hot spots.
Hey Jeff, can you tell us what an indirect line is and what you mean when you say they're in the black?
Yeah, absolutely. So indirect line is we have a fire line right here, and we will put line, which is mitigating any of those fuels, things that catch on fire. We push those away from that fire. And sometimes with the terrain or some of the resources that we have to go indirect, which means away from the fire. Sometimes this is just 10 feet, sometimes this is several hundred yards, in which we will have to come back in and clean it up. We don't want the fire, we want the line right in there so it doesn't have momentum to end up jumping our line.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate that.